Thank you. I mean, good afternoon. කොහොමදනේ අපි ළමයි බලනවා. අපි ළමයි බලනවා. මොකද කොහොමද බලන්නේ කියලා. හරිද? ඒක අර ප්‍රසන්ටේෂන් එකේදී දැක්කේ. අමන්නේ නේද? ඒකවත් තියෙන්නේ අපේ. හරිද? හරි.
Hello. Hello, Mrs. Samanthi.
Hello. මට චුට්ටක් දැනගන්න පුළුවන්ද මේ background sound එකක් ඔයාලට ඇහෙනවද? ඒක notify වෙනවද? ආ?
නෑ. එහෙම issue එකක් නෑ.
එහෙනම් කවර. අපේ මේ AC එකක සද්දයක් එනවා මං ඒක disturbance.
නෑ ඇහෙන්නේ නෑ. ඇවුලන්නේ. මේ මම මුලින්ම මිස් ඉන්ට්‍රොඩියුස් කරලා දීලා ඊට පස්සේ මිස්ට ඉන්වයිට් කරන්න. මිස් එතකොට සෙෂන් එක කරගෙන යන්න.
එතකොට මිස්ටර් සුසන්තගේ එක කොහොමද වෙන්නේ?
මිස් ගේ වරුණාම ඊළඟට මිස්ටර් සුසන්තගේ එක පටන් ගමු.
continuously පටන් ගන්නවද ආපහු log වෙලා පටන්
continuously පටන් ගමු. මිස් අපිට චුට්ටි වෙලාවක් දෙන්න මේක live මේ ටෙලිකාස්ට් වෙනවා. ඒක නිසා අපිට චුට්ටි වෙලාවක් දෙන්න join වෙන්න. මම පටන් ගන්නම්. එතකොට මට මැසේජ් එක ආවම. Mr. Iresh.
Oh.
Happy live දෙන්නේ.
Right. Okay. 1 minute then.
Sure.
Okay, now you can start.
Hi everyone. As you already know, Industrial Development Board is conducting a series of programs to give the awareness about 21 industrial sectors in Sri Lanka. Among them, today we are focusing on apparel sector, rubber and allied products, and on printing materials. First, we will move on to apparel sector in Sri Lanka. Sri Lankan apparel industry has evolved to provide sophisticated and efficient solutions to the industry's complex global needs. So, today our first chapter of this session has been lined up on apparel sector in Sri Lanka and opportunities in international market. So, I cordially invite Mrs. Gayani Samanthi, the Assistant Director, Export Development Board. So, Mrs. Gayani, this is the time for you to conduct this session.
Yeah, thank you, Gayani. So I'll share my presentation. I think you can see my presentation.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, today I'm going to present on apparel sector in Sri Lanka and opportunities in the international market. So my presentation will be on Sri Lankan apparel industry highlights, industry overview, compliance, USP of Sri Lanka apparel products, world market for apparel products and market opportunities. Sri Lankan apparel industry. Apparel industry is the largest manufacturing export industry in Sri Lanka, which has earned US dollars 5.5 billion in 2022. And it represents more than 44% of Sri Lanka exports for the total export earnings of the country. The value addition of apparel export is around 55%. And the contribution to gross domestic product is 7%, which is the largest single sector contributor to the economy. When consider the employment of the sector, there are 350,000 direct employment, and also indirectly it's about 400,000 employed. The apparel factories are located right throughout the country, on east to west and north to south. So majority of workforce is the rural woman, and the industry provide livelihood for those families. Sri Lanka apparel industry faced major challenge in 2005 as a result of removal of multi-fiber arrangement under WTO agreement. This make industry to change into new way of doing business, because after 2005, buyers had freedom to buy from any source, unlike doing at the quota period. However, the industry was able to face those challenges and continue to grow right throughout, as seen in this graph. Due to COVID pandemic situation, apparel exports value in 2020 was declined, and thereafter industry was able to recover from the situation and to achieve highest export revenue in 2022. When considered the apparel exports in 2007 and 2022, the top export destination have not been changed. Only the share of the export has been changed. Sri Lanka has been concentrating its market efforts in USA, UK, and EU, and the countries over depend on this market. But now Sri Lanka making arrangement to penetrate into other markets such as India, China, Japan, Middle East. Sri Lankan, so these are the products that Sri Lanka manufacture. Sri Lanka manufacture all range of apparel products, intimate wear, footwear, casual wear, all those for men and women, and also children wear. Sri Lanka cater into all top end of the market brands. They have faith in Sri Lankan apparel industry, and this will illustrate our resilience and abilities in cater into top end of the fashion industry. So you can see in these slides, we are catering our products to top end market, and so those companies has more trust on our products. Apart from that, Sri Lanka has its own local brands too. It's more than 20 local brands. So some of them are highlighted in here: Arugambe, Aditi, Emerald, Amante, Avirate, LICC jeans. Those brands some brands has already going representing the international markets too. So when consider the compliance, Sri Lankan apparel product, the companies has comply with the SEDEX, RAP, Fair Trade, BSCI, GOT, HING Index, and the carbon related the certificates, and garment without guilt. So in 2023, Germany has implemented new act called German Due Diligence Act, which stands that products goes to German, exports to German should be compliant under environmental, social, corporate, social responsible, and business ethics. So our product are comply with this as they has already obtained these type of certificates. So, and EU is also going to implement this Due Diligence Act in 2024. So let's see our USP, the unique selling point of Sri Lanka Apparel. Internationally, Sri Lanka is known as ethical sourcing destination for apparel products. Our products are going for are visible in high-end market. So as almost all our companies are complying with international standards, which I said earlier. So, and standards, they can be in those type of showrooms. So with the Garment Without Guilt certificates, our buyers knows that Sri Lanka products are free of child labor, forced labor, and all kind of discrimination and sweatshop practices. So because of all those things, Sri Lankan apparels are considered as the Sri Lanka is considered as ethical sourcing destination. And also, before 4 decades, the industry commenced with the direct foreign investments. So because of that, the industry was able to get best practice, best market accesses, and world-class partners with these joint ventures and the direct investment. So the major companies, the big companies were originally joint ventures, and so first they act as a contract managers, and thereafter they changed their companies to manufacture and give total solution for the buyers. So the companies has heavily invested on backward integration. At the moment, the country has highest knitting manufacturing industry. And also woven fabric finishing facilities, those activities, trimming and other accessories are also produced in Sri Lanka. And also because of those things, the Sri Lanka is now they have done the vertical integrations. And also when consider the geological locations, Sri Lanka is located in the middle of the shipping routes of the world. Top 21 major shipping lines, which account for 90% of the world trade, use Colombo for transshipment port as a transshipment port. So Sri Lanka has Sri Lanka has the best connectivity to EU, USA, Africa, Middle East, Asia from the Indian subcontinent with the highest number of feeder operations. And also when considered the Sri Lankan literacy rates, it's more than 93%. So our workforce was skilled to use high technology, introduce high innovative things. So, and also there are some institutes in government training institutes and private sector apparel training institutes. They continuously upgrade the knowledge of our workforce. And also with all those facilities, Sri Lanka is able to do small volume as well as large volume the products without any limitations. So because of these things, Sri Lanka is competitive to deliver, has competitive advantage to deliver their products on time to their buyers. And also, Sri Lanka is a founder of the environmental friendly world-class manufacturing plants. When consider in Sri Lanka, we can find world first lead platinum rated apparel manufacturing factory, that is Brandex Green, and world first ISO 50001 certified factory, that is Brandex Group. Also the Asia's first carbon neutral and carbon conscious apparel factory, Hydramani Group Eco Factory, which is called Mihilaka, and the producer of the world first carbon neutral bra factory, that is Mast Intimate, and the world first zero emission manufacturing plant, Brandex factory in Batticaloa. So with all those things, the USPs, we can market our products in internationally than other countries with all those advantages. And let's turn to the world market for apparel products. When compared to world import of apparel products and Sri Lankan exports, Sri Lanka is the 20th export destination to the world with the share of 1% into the world exports. So Sri Lanka has great opportunity to increase our contribution in the world exports and world exports. So main apparel exports in the world are China, Bangladesh, Vietnam, etc. And the main importers are USA, Germany, France, Japan, etc. So you can see their shares, when consider the main export countries, Chinese share is more than 32%. And when consider the imports, USA import more than 21% from the world. So now let's turn to the facilities available for apparel manufacturers when importing raw materials. For BOI companies, they can freely import fabric, trims, and accessories for export purposes. For the non-BOI companies, the custom has separate scheme to import raw material and other goods under other goods, mean the trims and such things under INFACT scheme, and the apparel companies can bring capital goods, can import capital goods under TEEP, that is temporary importation for export processing scheme, which is handled by the custom department. Sorry. When consider the market access, Sri Lanka is enjoying EU GSP plus concessions till 2034 for the apparel exports to EU countries. And this apparel has to be manufactured out of fabric made in Sri Lanka or import from European region and SAARC countries, that is South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, the countries like India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. For the, if to export under EU GSP plus, the Sri Lankan garments must be manufactured, the fabric import from India or the SAARC countries or EU regions or manufactured in Sri Lanka. So and also the same kind of arrangement is made under UK developing country trading scheme, which is implemented by UK. So for UK also we can export with zero duty with the apparel manufactured with those fabrics. And the Sri Lanka also, under the Indo-Sri Lanka Free Trade Agreement, the apparel export to India, we have a quota system, that is 8 million pieces quota with duty free for each year. That is what we have for the market access for the apparel industry. And here we have highlighted the main trade fairs that Sri Lankan companies are participating to promote their products internationally. These trade fairs basically held in biannually. First editions mostly in January, February, and the second editions in June to August. It's depend on the country and the fair. So our companies are actually, EDB has also organized this fair. Apparel Source in Paris, Apparel Source in USA, Magic Source in Fair Las Vegas, Japan Fashion Expo, International Sourcing Expo Australia, and Pure London. And these are the association relevant to the apparel industry. These associations are supporting in the manufacturers to solve their issues, also lobby their issues to the government, and the fine buyers and all those things. These associations are supporting. So I think you have gained information and had aware on Sri Lankan apparel sector. If you need further information, you can contact me. My contact details are mentioned in here. And also I would like to thank Industrial Development Board for giving me an opportunity to present at their online platform. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Samanthi. Actually, I would like to pay our gratitude on behalf of Industrial Development Board for giving your valuable time to success these sessions. So thank you very much, Mrs. Gaini Samanthi, Assistant Director, Export Development Board. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Next, we are focusing on rubber industry and allied industries in Sri Lanka. As we know, Sri Lanka serves the global demand with a wide range of locally manufactured products as one of the key players in the worldwide rubber product supply chain. To continue this discussion, I cordially invite Mr. Susantha Premaratne, Deputy Director, Export Development Board, under the topic of market opportunities of rubber and allied industries in Sri Lanka. So, welcome you, sir.
Hi, good
Hi.
afternoon, all of you.
Good afternoon, sir. I cordially invite Mr. Susantha Premaratna, Deputy Director, Export Development Board, to conduct this session under the topic of market opportunities of rubber and allied industries in Sri Lanka. So I think a little bit due to that technical error in here. So now we can conduct. Mainly we are focusing on rubber industries and allied industries in Sri Lanka. So now this is the time to you, sir, to conduct this session.
Thank you, Dineshi. Good afternoon, all of you.
Good afternoon.
The rubber products, I am Susantha from Deputy Director, Sri Lanka Export Development Board. The rubber product sector is a cluster industry which contributes markedly to the export revenue, and the fourth largest export earning sector has established a reputation for quality and reliability. This industry is known to be a technology-intensive industry and requires trained skilled personnel who have the experience on modern machinery and equipment, mature processing technology, and high level of product development to keep in line with the global market trends, such as growing imports of sustainability concepts and cost-effective production processes. I would like to move to my presentation. This presentation, I will cover the following topics. Major subcategories of the sector: export product portfolio, current exports with the major destination, world market situation, world imports and major imports, Sri Lanka's market share in major markets, and also world trends towards industrial exports, main competitors, export procedures, registration and other entry requirement, standards and certification required, how to find the buyers, institutions to obtain training and facilitation. All of you know, the Sri Lanka is the manufacturing high quality rubber products in the world. Sri Lanka is at the present, Sri Lanka is the 14th natural rubber producing country in the world. We are famous for producing high quality rubber products, especially for crepe rubber. And we are growing the rubber product, traditional rubber growing provinces, Western, Sabaragamuwa, and also non-traditional. We identify the non-traditional areas, Eastern, Northern, and Uva province. Last year, we extended of the rubber plantation 138 hectares, and our rubber production at present in last year 2020-2022 70,867 metric tons. Our total industry requirement of natural rubber 150,000 metric tons, but we are producing last year approximately 75 metric tons. Rest of our requirement importing from other rubber growing countries, Thailand, Malaysia, Vietnam, and Indonesia. Some imports of rubber are those countries, no restriction to the Sri Lanka. Number of employment, direct and indirect, approximately 300,000 in Sri Lanka. I would like to move to the world scenario for the rubber sector. Sri Lanka's global market share in this sector is approximately 0.5% in 2022, and 2022 we were 0.3, but gradually we increased our market share for the rubber product sector. Export earnings from last year 1.0.2 billion we achieved, and 2021 1.15 billion contribute to our sector 8% of the total export earnings. global leader in the solid tire, amounting to over 25% of the global demand. You know, we have skilled labor and we have high quality rubber. We are world famous for manufacturing the solid tire. We are market share is at around 27.5. Sri Lanka is the 5th position in the global glove industry, because Malaysia is number 1 in the world, and Sri Lanka last few years with at the COVID pandemic situation, we have high demand for the medical gloves, and gradually the decline for this medical gloves demand because recovering the COVID pandemic situation in the world. I mentioned previously, you know, we are manufacturing, we are producing high quality natural rubber in Sri Lanka. These are the natural rubber categories: crepe rubber, rib smoke rubber, TSR, and latex concentrates. We are world famous for the high quality crepe rubber manufacturing country. And our major markets for natural rubber: Japan, Germany, Pakistan, and South Africa. These are our main buyers for natural rubber. Last year, we got the earning from natural rubber, $41. These are our two categories, our natural divided two categories to rubber product sector: latest based products and dry rubber based products. Latest based products consist of dip products, you know, the rubber gloves, condoms, and some balloons and some dip category. And foam products coming under the mattresses and pillows are coming under foam products. This has good demand for at the moment for mattresses and pillows. Licking products means exercise of rubber bands and like that. And dry rubber product sector is divided two categories: tire sector and non-tire sectors. These are the products under latex-based product category. Dip products, gloves, condoms, balloons, and like those are the products. Licking products, rubber bands, exercise bands, and sport bands. Foam products, I mentioned previously: mattresses and pillows, cushion toppers, bonded lattice material. These days, we have high demand for these categories from EU and USA markets. The problem is we have to enhance our capacity because we have only 4 companies in Sri Lanka. It's good demand at the moment. We can invite the investors to invest this product category to Sri Lanka because we have high demand for export market. Latest thread and tubing coming under extruded rubber products. Other products, paints, adhesives, and coming under dry rubber product category. Tire and non-tire are major sectors. The tire sector is, you know, pneumatic and solid tires and treated belts and waste tires. Non-tire sector is coming consumer rubber products, general rubber products, and industrial rubber products. I would like to move to the another topics: current export situation of rubber industry in Sri Lanka. These are our export contribution for the rubber sector. Last year, industrial products exports 8,136 million. Other merchandise exports 1,634 million. Total merchandise exports last year 13,106 million. The rubber product sector is last year we earned $1.02 million. This main apparel is a main contributor. Secondly, rubber is a next contributor to contribute the industrial product sector. These are our export targets. In 2023, we can earn our target 1.3 billion. 2024, 1.7 billion. These are our targets. This is our last few years export performance. First time we achieved the 1 billion target in 2021. It's the great milestone in rubber industry with support of the private and government institution to all all contribute their full supports to achieve these targets. Current export landscape. These are our product categories and these are our main destination. Especially we have good demand at the moment for tire sector, especially in solid tire. Especially USA and EU countries increase their demand for the solid tires, and pneumatic tires are for high demand from the Asian market, especially in Africa, Middle East and Asian markets have good demand for the pneumatic tires. Second, rubber gloves is a major markets, USA, Germany, Belgium. Gasket and washers, USA, Sweden, Canada, Japan, UK and South Korea. Plates and seats, vulcanized rubber, China, Vietnam, Taiwan, Canada. These countries have high demand for this category. Other rubber products is medical rubber products for Germany, UK and South Korea. These are our main destination. And Sri Lanka position in the world exports at present in 32nd position in the world. World market potential. These are our importers import rubber products from the world to these countries, and Sri Lanka's exports to the USA last year 322 US dollars million, and our market share is 0.8, and these are our contribution to the export markets and positions, market share in the world. What are our competitors? China, Korea, Japan, Malaysia, Thailand, and main competitors, especially China, Korea, Japan are main competitors for our value-added products. Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, and Indonesia, main competitors for our natural rubber exports. Why Ceylon rubber? This is Sri Lankan rubber. Reasons. We are manufacturing best high quality rubber in the world and high skilled workforce, especially for the solid tires. We have high quality, high skilled workforce. Last few years, we assist to some export companies to send technical personnel to train the UK, Malaysia, and Thailand to get upgraded knowledge to cater to the industry, and compile with all safety methods and strategic location in the map. It's a very important for famous for our Ceylon rubber in the world. Next, export procedure. How to export the natural rubber and finished products. First, you have to get the business registration, TIN VAT numbers, custom registration, and to get the import duty, concession, you have to get the country of origin from the Department of Commerce. If you are exporting natural rubber, you have to pay the cess to the custom 4 rupees per kg. These are our compliances, quality standards and certifications. Most of Sri Lankan companies, mainly tires, glove manufacturing companies, have ISO certification, especially ISO 9001, ISO 14001, and ISO 50001 is very important for the tire manufacturers, and ISO 13485 certification is important for the glove companies in Sri Lanka. CE certification, E-mark, EN, especially in EN certification import for the rubber toys, and ETRTO certification is a standards. It's very important for the solid tire manufacturers manufacturing their products under these standards. SASU certification and DOT certifications are important for pneumatic tires, especially for exporting to the Saudi Arabia and USA market respectively. SNI certification is very important for the Indonesian market for exporting pneumatic tires. And DOT certification for important and USA markets, and merit certification, metro certification also import for pneumatic tires, radial and bias for Latin American countries. These are certification and standards for required for the rubber products. Due Diligence Act is a new one for our industries. It is introduced by 2023 for all export products. This is relevant to the rubber product sector also. This is very important for the German market. If you are interested to enter the German market, you have to comply with this new diligent act. These are our certification. These certification for especially for sustainability concepts. The Sri Lankan companies manufacturing rubber products, they acquire these certification. FSC certification is very important for our glove companies. Gold certifications for very important for our mattresses and pillows companies. And fair trade certification is also for our raw rubber export companies. And fair rubber is important for the all sectors. These are the sustainability certification important for the rubber sector exporting our products to the world. At the moment is high demand for the automotive industry in the world, but the problem is we are making the standards for the automobile industry in collaboration with the Ministry of Industry. After 2 years or 3 years, we can achieve the 1 billion target also from this automobile industry. And also last few years, high demand for the agriculture and construction tires and USA and EU markets, and also Japan markets are very keen to import the Sri Lankan agriculture and construction tires. EU market has a high potential for glove sector. Last few years, we have earned more export earnings from the EU markets for glove industry. At the present, due to the recent economic crisis in the world, free trade belt is very high demand for the Middle East market for at this situation. And also molded rubber products has high potential to promote Middle East countries and European market, and also Latin American markets are high demand from the molded rubber products, especially hot water bottles, jar sealings, and industrial molded products and household products. And we can cater at the moment these products in the international market. We can earn a lot of foreign earnings to the country. Next, potential products. These are the potential products at the moment. If you are interested to export or invest this tire sector, these are the high demand for these categories, especially agricultural tires, construction tires, and bicycle, motorcycle tires. Bicycle and motorcycle tires are very important for the Latin American markets and EU markets. And free trading belts, especially for in these days, high demand for African region and Middle East market. Non-marking tires also is high demand, especially for the pharmaceutical sector and food manufacturing companies in Middle East. High demand for non-marking tires. Rubber glove sector, I mentioned previously, last few years we high demand this sector, but is gradually decline at the moment. But we can find the market opportunities in Africa, Middle East and Asian market, especially in Indian market is a big population. We can cater these products to the Indian market also. We can organize the market promotion program this year and next year to promote our glove industry. Molded rubber products, I mentioned previously, the molded rubber products consist of the hot water bottle, especially in the European region, high demand. These are 2 companies manufacturing these products. We can, I would like to invite some investors to Sri Lanka to invest these product categories because these products are high demand in the world at the moment. High technical rubber products. These products are manufacturing in Sri Lanka is low level because we have because we need to get the high skill labor and technology for this sector. Especially I mentioned previously, we export 60% of rubber consists of the crepe rubber. We are manufacturing high quality crepe rubber, but we are exporting raw form to the world. It is not good because we have to value add this crepe rubber to manufacturing high-end pharmaceutical products and export to the high-end market. These our crepe rubber exports to the Japan, Korea, and China. They are importing our crepe rubber and manufacturing high-end medical devices and export to the USA and EU markets. It is the possibility we can get the investor to the Sri Lanka to invest manufacturing for farmers, high technical medical devices. We can great opportunity at the moment. Latest rubber products is mattresses and pillows. It is good demand at the moment. And exercises, rubber bands, balloons and paints. Next, potential markets. These are the potential markets for our products. These are mainly our main market is USA, but we have potential, but we have untapped volume at this country. I got the all information from the trade map. You can share this share with my video, and you can get the more details from this site. These are gasket and washers and ceilings are our potential markets, and we can clearly identify the untapped markets. These are our trade fairs organized in collaboration with the Sri Lankan Mission in overseas. Last year, we organized, last few years, we organized the Tire Cologne in German and K-Fair for molded rubber products, especially K-Fair for very important trade fair for our SME companies manufacturing molded rubber products. And glove industry also, we can participate our Sri Lankan companies to the following trade fairs: International Rubber Glove Exhibition in Malaysia, A+A Germany, PLMA Norway, Medica Germany, and Sri Lankan Glove Manufacturing Company annually participate these trade fairs. Last year, we assisted some companies to participate that Tire Cologne and K-Fair. These are our strategies, strategies to win export markets. Number one is market intelligence. These days, we are preparing the market intelligence reports for rubber products to the African region. African region is a high potential market at the moment, Sri Lankan rubber products. In collaboration with our market development division, I think we finalize this next month. Next month we can finalize this market intelligence reports, and after that we can get the inputs from our industry, and end of this year we finalize and we can host our website. You can share with, you can see our market intelligence reports. And preserve quality of throughout the supply chain. We facilitate to and we support to the small holders of rubber product, small holders of rubber farmers, small holders to connect with the exporters to fulfill their raw materials requirements. And capture advanced technology and skills. Last few years, EDB organized the several types of workshops to upgrade the skills and knowledge of the technical personnel of the tire manufacturing companies, glove manufacturing companies, and molded rubber manufacturing companies. And reach to the niche market. At the moment, some products we can cater to the niche market and premium price, especially for the molded rubber products and medical rubber products from crepe rubber. And promote your products via social media campaign. In the digital economic in the world, we can, our products we can promote in the social media, especially Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and all face under social medias. And active and upgrade company profile. The SME companies come to the EDB to export their products. We advise to them to promote, to upgrade their company profile and making attractive for product brochures under the professional category. Market and story behind your products. Those are the products and market strategies. Different methods to accessing the buyers. I mentioned previously, e-market platform. You can promote your products, e-market platforms, and social media, Sri Lankan missions. We are organizing every trade fairs, B2B meeting, inward buyer mission, outward buyer mission, every promotional programs in collaboration with the overseas mission to get supports to their to promote our product internationally. And also chambers supports to the EDB to organizing the market promotion events and trade fairs and B2B meetings, friends and relation. We get the friends information, buyers information from our friends and relation, and we can track them and promote our product. Agent is scattered in the world, registration of buyer information website. These are the methods to find the buyers. These are institutions in collaboration with in collaboration with EDB, Industrial Development Board, Sri Lanka Export Development Board, Rubber Research Institute, Rubber Development Department, Ministry of Industry, Plastic and Rubber Institutes. Last few years, we organized the several types of workshops in collaboration with the PRI and the Ministry of Industry. This is important websites to get the information regarding the export procedures, buyer information, market trends, import duties, and other all things. You can get the all information these websites. You can get the more information on export procedures, Sri Lanka Trade Information Portal, Sri Lanka Export Development Board, and export. You can find the export statistics from ITC State Map, Rubber Development Department for local statistics, and you can get the market information, CBI and Statistica websites. Last few years, EDB assists for potential exporters, link manufacturers with direct exporters, and guidance and assist of the potential exporters under EDB New Export Development Program, e-market platform, technical and market expos. These last I mentioned previously. We have several a training program for the solid tire manufacturing companies, glove manufacturing companies, and molded rubber companies to send the technical personnel to upgrade their knowledge and skills in UK, Malaysia, and Thailand. And in addition, B2B meetings we are organizing with physically and Zoom with the foreign buyers, and buyer information we can share with the potential exporters with the buyer information, and organizing Sri Lanka participation trade fairs in overseas. And last year we assist to the SME companies under the market access support scheme to increase their capacities and their product developments and all things, providing the matching grant 5 million. This I mentioned all, I think, or cover the all topics at rubber product sectors. Thank you very much for giving opportunity for the Industrial Development Board and increasing our exports in the increase our exports at least 2025. Our target is 3 billion. Thank you, Dineshi.
And thank you, Mr. Susantha. Actually, it is a big privilege for me personally to conduct this session with you, Mr. Susantha. Personally, you have given some very good support in official matters. Thank you very much, Mr. Susantha. I would like to pay our gratitude on behalf of Industrial Development Board, Mr. Susantha Premaratna, Deputy Director, Export Development Board. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
So our next segment is related to printing industry in Sri Lanka. As we all know, the printing industry in Sri Lanka is highly diversified under various manufacturing segments. The industry is capable to work on latest technology of the world. So now we are focusing to discuss about market opportunities of printing materials. So to continue our discussion under this topic, I would like to invite Mr. Dinesh Attanayaka, Export Promotion Officer.
Dinesh, excuse me.
Sorry, yeah.
Dinesh is not here at the moment. He has engaged with another EDB activities with the Japanese delegation.
Okay, then.
He told that he postponed the topics for next day, no?
Okay, then we wind up this
for you.
Actually, I'm not informed. So no matter, we will wind up this session, Mr.